Hello, and welcome to Spicy Toast Gaming.
Thank you for tuning in to another Spicy Toast Gaming video, and we are covering the weekly adventures. Hopefully they're a bit better than the last weekly adventures, as two of them were incredibly disappointing with just reducing down the first card you play from a region, which is kind of the most boring power, especially when two of the adventures have it. Alright, let's see here. We have 1.5, 1.5, and a 3-star. Very nice. So this 1.5 actually has a epic. Round end, kill all units except the player's strongest. Alright, so this is pretty awesome that they're having an epic power here. Quite often the lowest level one just has some common power that doesn't really change much. This will actually make an impact, so this will be fun to play through. So kill all units except each player's strongest. So having either one of the champions that is the main focus and it's a cheap champion. So someone like Annie, Jax, Diana, Teemo, they all would do well. But another champion that'd probably do pretty decent would be Gwen. And I'll show you why here. So Gwen, her power is all about Hallowed. So you're wanting your units to die. They have this buff Hallowed. When they die for the rest of the game, when allies attack, your first attacker gets +1 power for each one that's died. Then with your star power, you're summoning a Ghastly Band that has this Hallowed every single round. So even if most of your units are dying, you're still making one unit every round. And also you kind of want most of your units to die to stack this buff. Also, you could start building on an army of the Undying. So Last Breath, revive me next round, and then grant me 1/1 for each time I've died. So being able to have this unit keep dying and then keep respawning, you really are not going to have a issue with this power. You're definitely going to be able to use this to your advantage. So either one of the champions that is very strong in the sole focus of your match, especially if they're very cheap. So again, Diana, Jax, Teemo, Annie, any of those would be fine. But also I think Gwen would really handle that power quite well. Alright, this is another interesting, never seen this before. So all epic cards cost 2 less. Then when the foe gets the attack token, they summon a Fleet Feather Tracker. This won't really matter. It just makes it a little bit more difficult, but the only thing you're really going to care about is this. So all epic cards cost 2 less. Now, some champions do have epic cards in their starting deck, but this is mostly going to be useful for when you're looking at the shop or any items or cards you're picking up. You'll want to be looking to see if they have epics. Now, I will show you guys what an epic card looks like, just in case you're not sure. So we'll look at Aatrox here. So whenever you're looking at a card, this little gem down here determines what its quality is. So this is a common card. Aatrox over here, that yellow gem means they're a champion. Now the Darkened Staff here, this is epic. If you see this purple gem, this is an epic card. So for this power, this would cost 2 less, so that's nice. His Darkened Aegis, also an epic card. Aatrox, I believe, might be the only champion that has 2 epic cards in his starting deck. So he would probably be the best use for this power. But you see here, Furious Wielder. This is a rare, just so you know what the different gems look like. So yeah, the Darkened Staff and the Darkened Aegis, these are both epics. So these will both cost 2 less, so they'll both be free. So Aatrox would be the best one to make use of this power. But there are some other champions I'll actually highlight. So Annie, her starting deck, the Prefect. When you play a fast, slow, or skill, grant me 1 power. This is epic, so being able to play this for 1, that would be pretty nice. Another champion that has a good epic. So Teemo here, Ava Achiever. When I'm summoned around start, plant 3 puff caps in random cards in the enemy deck. And then when they spawn a trap, you double the amount of puff caps. So if they would draw like 2 puff caps, you have Ava Achiever on the board, she doubles that to 4. It's a very good card for ending the game. and being able to play this for 3 mana will be very nice. So Teemo, another champion you might want to consider. I believe Pike is another one. So his Bone Skewer, this also epic, so this would be free to cast. Very nice. And then the Under Titan, this is also epic. So being able to play this just for 2, again, very nice. Gwen, again, the Undying here. This is a epic card, so being able to play this for 1, have this constantly spawning back, would be very powerful and give you a very different playstyle than often you have with Gwen. Quite often at a high level, you don't really play this card too much anymore. But being able to focus on an Undying build could be pretty fun. Alright, I believe Kayn here. So the Darken Lodestone, this would be free because it's epic, costs 2, so get that getting reduced down by 2 would be 0. So this would be a decent help for you. You'd be trying to get this in your opening hand. And I think the last one I need to want to highlight is Evelynn, your Domination. When I'm summoned, summon a random husk. And then when you summon a 1-cost ally, so the husks granted +1 power, and this is epic. So these are some of the champions you want to consider with this power. There might be a couple other champions that have epic cards, but I think I went through them all, and at least all the ones that will really make an impact. But again, a big part of this is just going to be as you go through the game, as you get cards offered to you, either as your reward for winning a match or through a shop. Just look to see if they have that epic purple gem you see right here. And if they do, you might want to consider getting it because it will cost 2 less. Alright, let's take a look at the last one here. Each round the player's first Noxus card costs 1 less to play. So that's pretty disappointing. Normally this is on one of the other powers. A little sad. And then round start, the foe summons the next turret. I feel like we've had this in the past like 3 weeklies, it seems like. So, just Vicious Enemy. Rather disappointing that the toughest adventure is the most boring. If you want to take advantage of this, you can either go LeBlanc, Darius, or Annie to get the benefit of each round the player's Noxus card costs 1 less. But really just bring any of your strong champions in here and you should be fine. Alright, that's it for the weekly adventures. Comment down below what you think of these weeklies, what champions you plan on using. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you for watching that video all the way to the end. We're putting out daily Path of Champions content, so if that interests you, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and maybe even consider becoming a member. Have a great day.